So yeah, between every one of our API calls, we're exchanging tokens, and the server is going to give us a new one just as a safety measure. If I get rid of this init middleware, let's log out. I log in. I might need to restart my server for this. Oh yeah, see how I tried to go in? I log in. Now I'm getting that 401 error. So I successfully logged in, but I'm getting a 401 error, which is an unauthorized error. If you see 401, it means I'm not authorized to see that. That's like the I need to log in and sign up. Because this init middleware function is handling changing these keys and sending them. So now we have that key, it's being sent. And yeah, we have our fetch user component that checks to see if we have a user set or if we have an access token in our local storage, and if that access token is valid. We have our protected route component that's going to allow us to hide and show certain routes on the front end. So that's how we can like protect data on the front end and show things that we might not want to see. And then on the back end, we saw with our CATS controller, we have this authenticate user, that action that will behind the scenes will check to see if the token's valid. And if it is valid, then we'll set this current user variable, which is just going to be the user in our database that's just sent us the token. It's got like the logged in. You can think of the current user as like the current person who's logged in. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's do some like likes and dislike features. Just kind of build this out. So let's come into our home.js. And so we have like a thumbs up and thumbs down. Let's create some functions for this. So let's do a const downvote. So we can just go ahead. This is going to be UI only, no DB interaction. So this won't actually affect the database. But for this, I just want to set cats and just go, because this is going to take the ID of the cat. We're just going to set cats to cats.filter. It's the cat.id, as long as it does not equal the ID that was passed, we'll keep it. And this one's kind of small enough that I can almost just throw that here in this handler, but we'll just add the onClick here, onClick, download, and pass the ID. That out really quick. I'm still getting that C is not defined, line 20. Oh, yeah. So pass it a function where we compare all the cats to the ID. All right. So if we don't have that, then when we unlike a cat, that's going to change our state. And it's going to remove the cat it's going to remove that cat. So I should be able to click this 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then we have no more cats. But yeah, if I refresh, it's not doing anything with the database. So let's do a upvote function. This will have DB interaction because we made that update call. So this one's going to be async. And this is going to be a, let's do let res equals await xco stop post. Or this was, sorry, put request. This one's going to go to /API/cats, and then we'll send it the ID of the cat. And this one we can also remove the cat as well. Now, since I'm copying this code, maybe I just want to like, I don't know, I could just call this here. I mean, that's a weird way to call it, but that's, I essentially just want to remove. So if I upvote a cat, I want to remove that from my state because I don't want to see it again because I've liked it. So I want to remove it from my UI. So I could call this downvote function because that actually, if I give this an ID, it will remove something from that cat's array. Oh, I need to call this upvote. So maybe I should just call this like remove cat. It might be a more clear name. And then on this, I'll just, on my thumbs up, I'll just add that event upvote and then pass it the ID.
In your upvote function, does that need to be in a try catch?
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to do the try catch, but yeah, we can throw one in there. So yeah, that's like optional. I mean, definitely like you would want it in like production and like do some actual error handling, but so we can try this out. So I'm going to refresh. I mean, like I have smudge. Let's like a couple of cats. Let's like smoky. Oh, that's not, doesn't seem like that's removing it from the UI. So, oh. So yeah, I should, that's probably one reason I should have this try catch because I am getting an error. That's the nice thing about that. I think this is not working. And I don't have my inspector open to see that. So if I had that open, I should be able to see it, but also an alert would probably remind me I'm getting a 500 error. See, if I don't have my catch, if I don't have a try catch and I do that, I still get this, but I get this like uncaught in promise, like it's saying, hey, you're not catching, you have a promise that's failing and you're not catching it. So it's giving me that warning. But I'm still also getting, like my server's telling me there still was a 500 error. If I put the try catch back, you know, I don't get that warning that I'm not handling that promise. But let's look at our undefined method push. I wonder if I forget. So the error we're getting here is if I go to my cats controller, let's see here, line 20 is right here. Like this is kind of that same error. It's that same reason, like, you know, the current user, when I created this like cats, it doesn't have that default value of an empty array. I'm just wondering if I forgot something. Let me try doing this. I thought like the serializer kind of took care of that for us. But you get the error here because my current user, like this is still a nil value. So I'm trying to do current user dot nil dot push. So I'm trying to call push on, you know, or this is really a method for nil class. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm actually going to do a Rails. I'm going to stop my server. I want to try something out. I'm going to do a Rails DB drop, DB create, DB migrate, DB seed. So I want to see if this fixes it. So I want to see, because yesterday we're using a user we created yesterday, and then we added that migration. I still don't think that's it. I still think this is going to break, but I just want to try it out. So we can now register. So I shouldn't have this user in the database because I just dropped my database. So I'm going to register. Proxy error. That is an error because I do not have my server started. So there's the proxy error. So I need to get my server running. Let's try that again. Register. So that's a new user. I'm going to like the cat. Okay, so there's the same error. Undefined method. Sorry. Maybe let's create a default value. What I'm going to do here is in my migration. So I'm going to go to my migration to the, what do we call it? It was add like cats to user. Let's see if we can just come in here and do a default. An empty string. Now I'm confused. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think how this is going to serialize this. All right, let's see if I just give it an empty string so it's not nil, if that will create an empty array. I might have to Google this. This is weird. I have not had this problem. I feel like I'm forgetting this step. But I'm going to drop my database again. And then I can log out. See, it's nice having these pre-populated values. That's saving me quite a bit of time. I'm going to register. I need to start my server again. like a cat. Okay, so now that's working. So let's like, so we have Smokey, let's like Smokey, Lucky, Charlie, Bella, and Felix. Oh, there's 2 Charlies, damn it. But I liked 5 cats, I think. I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, sweet. I got an error. See, I feel like that. Okay, I think that screwed it up. I'm gonna get rid of this default. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm getting rid of that default because I think I might need to like look at that serializer again, but let's go back to our cats controller. I don't want. I could just like really quickly, I mean, this is not like, I would want to do a default value in my database, but for now, let's just see if we can get this working. So I'm going to see, hey, does current user, do I not have current user.like cats? Like, is this value nil? If this is nil, and we're calling the update method, I'm going to set that to an empty array. So then when we try to push something onto it, it should be defined. This is not something I've had to do before, so. Okay, so I dropped my database, I can re-register. So I'm gonna like some cats. 1. There's an error. Undefined method. Okay, so let's, if you ever get really stuck like this is where your binding.pry is going to help, because I am stuck. Let's actually put it right here. Okay. Oh, no, oh, that's my issue. Let's write in some JavaScript in there. Okay, I got rid of that pry. I think that was the issue, is because I was writing, I had that syntax error. Okay, so let's register. Let's do a new user test 1. I keep on getting errors. Oh my God, I've like forgotten how to write Ruby. I don't need to do just an end. If current user .like cats, then we'll do an end. So there's my syntax there. Let's go components, back home. There we go. Let's like a cat. I'm gonna like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also, what I can also do here is I could step into my console, Rails console, and look at my database. So I could do like user.last .liked cats. See, that's getting stored in that weird way. I think that's all right. And then, okay, so I've liked 5 cats. Let's try refreshing now. Dude, what the heck have I done wrong? We're not in. Yeah, I have my serializer all messed up. Okay, so let's go to that cat model. I'm going to do it puts, or let's do a debugger right here. Binding.pry. Kind of want to see what my IDs look like. That should just be an array of IDs. Okay. So IDs. Okay, yeah, that's not right. Serialized like cats array. Oh. That needs to go in my user model. That was my issue. Because my like cats is on my user. It's not on my cats. This is a field on my user. See, that's what it's getting stored as in the database. That's what it looks like in the database. But in my Rails app, that should actually just be in an array. So let's exit out of here. So that's giving me my error. Let's go ahead and refresh. Let's log in with the test one. It's not okay. Let's register. Thought I had, was it A?
Does the rest of that code need to go in the user.rb as well? Because in the notes for today, it looks like it's in there.
Did I? Okay, so I'm calling it unlike cats. I'm calling that on the cat model, right? So my cats controller, cat the unlike cats. So that's good because I'm calling it on the cat model. So those should be there. You're saying in the notes they're not. That's in the user model.
Yeah, it's in the user model. And then in def update, it's current_user.liked cats. Did you say that was different with?
Oh, let's look at that. So cats controller.
Or the cat controller, yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's user.random_. Okay, this is just different. Never mind. I don't know. In the notes, it's saying render JSON user.random_cat, and then in parentheses, current user.liked cats.
Yeah, I did change this method name. Is that the only thing that's different?
No, it says user instead of cat
Oh, it does.
on that line.
Sorry, let me pull up the notes.
Oh,
Okay, let me try that because maybe that does need to go. Let me see where I have that. User. I guess maybe that needs to be serialized. All right, let's try doing that. So I'm going to take this, throw this in my user model. Then yeah, does that, so I haven't used serializers for a while. That, but the method's still on my cat model, so I still want to call it there, unlike cats. I'm using serializers to try to make this easier, but this serializer needs to be there. And that is my controller. Still want my controller to be the same. wait, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Sorry, I want to take my stuff in my cat here, this stuff. I'm just going to take all this and put that in my user. So I'll just throw this down here so we can see it. Okay, so we serialize cats. Then we have the self.onLike cats and self.like cats in my user method. So my cats controller, then I need to call that user. It's that user.onLike cats. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of here. I'm also just going to drop my database, just and then, okay, so I did that, I recreated it. So let's register. No cats. Oh, I'm in my pry. So I can hit exit. Well, let's see what IDs is now. Okay, yeah, this is, okay, so IDs is now an empty array. So that's why I was like, why do I need to be doing that? Because I put my serializer in the wrong spot. So I should now be able to get rid of this check right here. Because IDs is now an empty array because that's serialized. If it's nil, it's going to just serialize nil into an empty array. So I can just get rid of this now. So now let's hit exit. I get my cats. Now I can upvote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do want to go just see my user last, see what that looks like in the, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. That's just getting stored as like, it's getting stored as a string, but then when I'm in Ruby now, so when I like look it up, it's serializing it. So there's my array of numbers. So it wasn't beforehand, since I was serializing it in the wrong spot, it was showing that weird, like, you know, backslash like u slash whatever. That's how it was getting stored in the database. But now I can treat it like in an array of data. There's my array of numbers. Sweet. So now I can exit out of there. So if I refresh and hit my pry again, now there's my IDs, and that's an array of numbers. That's what I want. I mean, I could also, like, while I'm in this pry, like, check that out. Call like length on max. That should be 5, I think, because I've liked 5 cats, so I should have 5 cats left. There is that. Let me go back to my user model. Let me get rid of this pry. I just want to try something. So I'm going to comment. You don't have to do this because it's working. I just want to see, kind of for my own sake. So definitely this serializer, this serialized like cats array, that has to be in my user model, because this like cats lives in my user model. I'm curious to see if I can go back, throw these methods in here. I still think that IDs, like this should still work. So I'm just going to test it out. So now it's cat, because now I define those in my cat model. So I'm just going to log out, register with a new user. Let's go ahead and like some cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's refresh. And yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No more cats. So that was the issue. But at least thanks for pointing that out. That was a problem. So I'll just keep that where they are in the notes and get rid of that one. Set that back to user. Cool. So let's just do one other API call where we go and grab all the liked cats. So let's create another component for this. I'm going to do this in my pages just because this is going to be its own page. This is also a little different than the notes, but we'll do mycats.js. And I'm actually just going to copy this home one because this is going to be kind of similar. For this one, we're going to create a different URL. It's going to be mycats. But other than that, we're going to have cats data. We're going to have the sets, and we're just going to go grab all those cats. I'm not going to have this update like remove cat and upvote and downvote. And I'm going to get rid of this link and these buttons. So this really isn't a place to vote. So I'm just going to like have a card that has, we're going to loop over our cats and just show their name, breed, and registry. And then you can go ahead and I don't need to sample anything. So if the cats.length is 0, I'm going to say we don't have any liked cats. Else we can do a cats.map. Because this one is going to be a list. And then we can return all of this stuff. And just to be clear, we're not rendering one cat, we're rendering cats. So I'm going to, even though when it changed the functionality, it's going to make it more readable. So I'll call that render cats. This is overall cats. I don't need the link. I don't need the icon anymore or the button. I'll select this out. Okay, so we created this page. This is going to be its own page, so we need to add a route for it. Let's do it right here. This will be my_cats. That'll be my cats component. Is that not exporting? Oh, home. Sorry, change that name to my cats. My cats, and then auto import that. So I needed to rename that. Cool. And in our home component, we have this link button, and actually it's already set up. So that's good. We have a link to my/cats that should take us there. I should probably also, in that no cats section, should probably throw that link there just in case, because we might have some light cats. So we don't have any light cats. I'm getting a 404 error. Oh yeah. So is this a React router error, or is this a AP, like a Rails error?
Rails.
Rails. Yeah. Since it's doing like a GET request, and I see like the HTTP, I also see the API, and it's in my console. Like, you're not going to get a 404 in your console if it's a like, that's the 404 React error. So I don't have that path set up in React. So yeah, my cats, I go there, I get the 404. That makes plenty sense because I don't have that set up. So let's go to routes. Let's do a get to my what do we call it? My cats. Okay, so that should go to the cats controller to my cats. Okay, so then we can go to our cats controller and define this method. And I believe in our user model, we do have this liked cats method. We just need to send them the IDs. It just kind of does the opposite. So we'll call this method in here. We'll do the render JSON. Let's do user, because it's on our user model dot liked. Cats, but then we want to pass it the current users liked cats. So very similar to what we're doing with our index method, just calling a different, just getting the like cats. So if I refresh, let's go ahead, go to home, go to my cats. That looked like it, I don't know, like it's maybe not broken-ish. One thing I could maybe do is I could try to check my component state. It's really, so my cats, there it is. Look at my state. Cool, so I have my cats in there. Looks like I have, did I like them all? I have 10 likes cats, it looks like. So by using this tool, it's like, well, I did my Axios call, I set it correctly. I'm just not rendering them, probably forgot to return or something. So let's go back to my cats. And sure enough, forgot the return right here on my map. There's 5 cats. Oh, I don't want cat 10 around this 10 times, so I'm not going to throw this inside of my map function. Just throw it right here before I call that render cats. Probably don't need that to be in a div either. Refresh. So yeah, I'm just gonna test, let's do like a test A subject. I'm gonna register test A. Let's like 5 cats, Felix, Misty, Milo, Max, Daisy, and then let's unlike the other ones. So we have like, I should be able to go to my cats and see 5, Milo, Felix, Daily, Misty, Max. If I go back home, I should have 5 cats because these should be the unlike ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Something also I could do, like this link actually is probably, I'm kind of could get rid of this actually. This link, render cat, and then throw that link there. So I don't have to duplicate. That's a little small thing, but I had it duplicated. I could just render the cat, and then either way, I want to show the link there. Let's have a little break there. No, probably right here. So that is authentication. And a little explanation on how to make Tinder. That you can use, because now you can use that for your MySpace, because then you can simpler way to, it's not the way you'd probably want to do it in a bigger app, but you can now kind of keep track of someone's friends like via their, like an array of IDs. You could try doing the has many. That's gonna, might be a little weird with like a has many through itself. You'd have to kind of look that up. There's definitely a strategy for that. But I would say focus on the authentication and just stick to using that serializer. Let me throw this up on GitHub. Yeah, are there any questions on that? This one is a little, definitely much more of like a lot of information lecture. So a lot of stuff going on here. So get authentication done this week and then put it up in your starter projects. And then whenever you need it, you can probably just clone it down. Because you could imagine, even if you like knew exactly what to do and you like really understood all of this, this would take forever to build out. You'd have to build all your forms. You'd have to do your fetch user, your protected route. It'd just take a second. So take at least an hour, I feel like, maybe. Cool. And just really quickly, let's just, now that we can kind of talk about like authentication's done, we've kind of talked about that. Let's look at your homework again and look more at like the MySpace functionality of it. So yeah, you're going to have your social media app. Your user can create an account and log in, and you can view other users, and a user can create a post. So yeah, you must have backends, all CRUD action. I'll say some CRUD actions, but yeah, use the context API to handle authentication. That's something we're just doing. And yeah, you can style it, push to GitHub. So yeah, the bonus objective, a user can have befriend other users. So like your users could have like a liked users array. And that's how they could be friends. Yeah, if you want to do something like top friends, you could not only push in the ID, because you could serialize like an array of objects. You could still serialize that. So that if you wanted to try doing something like that, you could. User can like a post. So, and user can comment on post. Those are some little more challenging bonus objectives, but I'd say this one, a user can befriend another one. That might be the simpler one. So just try that one. And if you get that one, try maybe doing some of this other stuff. And then make billions of dollars on MySpace 2.0. Any questions? Cool. Let's take it off. Let's call it 2. Let's say meet back just at 2 o'clock. Let's give you an extra 10 minutes. Tell them that should give you time to go to wherever you're going today.
Probably Wendy's again, getting that 4 for 4.
Nice. Elise, you can go on your bike ride. That's probably what you're doing.
That's right.
I'm like, Sydney can play with that cute kitty after making. Sydney doesn't need cat tender. She's got that cute cat, and then Michaela too. How's it going? How's your kitty, Sydney?
She's good. She's being kind of crazy right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So cute.
Oh.
Well, cool. I'm jealous. I should get a cat. I really want to get a cat. All right. Anyway. Yeah, have a good lunch. Get out of here. We'll see you at 2.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.